What's up, Taurus? Welcome. Let's get your mid-monthly reading. Let's go ahead and start out with some oracles. You're the first ones to start off like this. I don't know why. So let's see what oracle messages Spirit has for you at this point in time. Dinner, children of the night, dance, and illness. Be careful for some of you. I don't know why, but dinner and illness. I feel like someone might get food poisoning here, so be careful what you're ingesting. Make sure you're paying attention to expiration dates. Some of you, your children might get a stomach bug of some sort. So just watch out for that. It might be contagious. Others of you might just be, it's as simple as a dinner and a show is what I'm seeing here. I don't know why that's important, but I don't know, something significant might happen during a dinner. Some of you might be taking your kids out to see like some kind of play for the first time. Or maybe some of your kids are into dance at this point in time, and there's like a dance recital or something. But either way, I know there's like a negative connotation, right? But at the end of the day, I am sensing just like unity, like you and your family just kind of doing things together. Some of you want to do things with your kids. You may not have the time. Others of you do have the time, and so that's what you're doing. You're spending more time with family and more like immediate. So if you have like kids and a wife, kids and a husband, that's what's going on here. So again, I guess just family time is what I'm getting. You're just spending more time with family, or maybe you need to. But yeah, so overall message for the oracles. Let's see, what messages do we have for the middle of October. From the middle of October to the end of October for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What messages do we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Messages do we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Are we running from love, Taurus? Is that what's happening here? Only to run back into love. You have the Nine of Swords, the Lovers, the Six of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Death, 3 of Cups, okay, the 9 of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. At the bottom, you have the 4 of Wands. Okay, plain and simple, some of you are leaving one person for another, and it's burdening you. Others of you, if you're not leaving someone for another person, you have to make a decision to leave someone or something behind that you truly love to start a new beginning elsewhere. So some of you may have to move, and you're in a relationship. And so you're kind of burdened by the idea of a long distance relationship. So some of you have to move for work. Others of you just have to move because you're pursuing something. Others of you are genuinely leaving someone for another person. And I say that because you have the Nine of Swords and the Lovers, right? And then you're moving forward. And it burdens you to do so. Because it's an ending that you do have to put into place. I do see third-party energy here with the 3 of Cups. So this is possibly... when I saw this, I thought of the 6 of Cups. So some of you are leaving someone for someone in your past. So someone from your past might have resurfaced recently. Could have been an old flame. Could have been someone, what I call the what if factor. What if it would have worked out? What if I would have asked them out? What if I would have tried? That kind of thing. So I am seeing here, because I did see that in my head, I thought that this is the third party energy. So some of you are genuinely leaving your current person for another person. And again, 9 of Wands, right? Some of you are burdened by this. But it's, for whatever reason, I do not want to justify this. I don't, because some of you, this could have happened to you. You got some kind of clarity. And again, the sensation that I'm getting right now with the 4 of Wands, I don't condone cheating. I don't condone doing, ruining a family just for your own temporary satisfaction, whatever. What card flipped over? Yeah, the 6 of Candles. That's the 6 of Wands. Okay. Some of you, this was the best decision that you could make. Some of you that are contemplating this is going to be the best decision you could make. And I hate saying it like that, but there's no other way to say it. So I'm not going to rack my brain of it. A lot of you have gotten clarity on moving forward in a situation. So again, what I see here is, if you are someone, or someone had to leave you, not for another person, but for another situation where they got a better job opportunity, they wanted to move somewhere else, they were guided to move somewhere else, they had clarity on this, and to them it's about the stability, it's about creating a better foundation. So some of you could be right now in separation with a spouse because of work. So some of you are like, you are where you are, your husband, your wife had to leave, they're gonna go check out a new area, they're starting a new job, so they're starting your guys' life for you. So some of you, that is what's happening. So you have someone that's somewhere else starting a life for you guys. Others of you, you do have someone that did leave you for someone from their past. But again, it was guided. For some of them, they could regret it, right? Some of them feel really bad for having to do what they did, but they do have clarity. And so again, you can't really, once someone has made up their mind, right, you can't really change it. So this is putting a lot of you in your head with the 9 of Swords, right? Because you're like, this was the love of my life. Here's another story. Some of you moved on from someone you thought was the love of your life. You moved on, you moved away from the burden. You started a new beginning. You found happiness. You reconnected with people from your past. You started new friendships. You started new business partnerships. You started something new that caused a celebration. Now you're just determined to continue to find happiness, to continue to find your stability. You have the clarity to move forward, and you will find your stability. You will find your happily ever after, is what I'm sensing, because you have the Page of Wands here, right? You're on this whole new journey. You're being guided. So again, several storylines, but those were the strong, heavy ones I was picking up on. Let's see, are there any money messages for the sign of Taurus? Any money messages for the sign of Taurus? Middle of October to the end of October. Money messages, Spirit, Sun, Rising, Venus, Taurus, distance. Okay. Definitely money messages. 7 of Swords. 4 coins. Knight of Pentacles. The World. 7 of Pentacles. The High Priestess. 3 of Swords. And at the bottom, you have the 7 of Wands. Sorry, 4 of Pentacles fell. Okay, some of you are strategizing on how to save your money. You're tired of not having it. You're tired of having to be on a budget. So a lot of you are creating a new strategy to save your money, right? And you're looking at money now from a perspective of, I'm only gonna buy what I need, not necessarily what I want. So for whatever reason, you're holding your coins really close to you. Some of you could be saving for something. Others of you want to start a savings, right? So it's a new cycle. And for some of you, I feel like you're giving into this new cycle, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles to the World. You're giving into this new cycle because you actually want to look back and see the fruits of your labor. You actually want to look back and say, you know what? I work a really good job. There's no reason I shouldn't have money. And so a lot of you are following your intuition with this. So when it comes to your money right now, you're being very strategic. You're being very guarded. Confirmation, my dog just sneezed. You're being very guarded. Because again, you're tired of being in this energy of, I know I make good money. Where is it? So a lot of you, your spending habits need to come to an end. Some of you are spending money on other people and you're wondering why. I forgot who I got the same message for, but some of you Tauruses, I know how Tauruses can be. Tauruses can be very generous. So a lot of the time when you invite people out, you're the one that's paying, right? You're the one that's got it. So a lot of you are tired of kind of, in a way, being taken advantage. Because even though Taurus has it, even though Taurus can take care of it, it's still the fact that Taurus wants to hear someone go, hey, no, I got you. Like, they kind of want to have that back and forth, just to know that, like, they're surrounded by people that have them the way that they have them, if that makes sense. So if you're Taurus, you want to know that the people around you got you the way you got them. And so I feel like a lot of you don't see that. I feel like a lot of you have spoiled your friends to the point, family members to the point where you go out and no one's offering to pay. No one's even trying to fight for the bill. Because why? Taurus always has it. So again, I think that you are breaking that cycle of being so generous at this point in time, because you want to focus on your saving, because you want to focus a little bit more on your stability. So you are blocking off and taking a pause here. Yep. But guess what? Because you blocked off, because you take a pause, you go from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So those of you that are worried about savings, those of you that are worried about overspending, because you're putting yourself on this time out, because you're being more cautious about your money, I see you definitely saving, definitely having the money that it is that you're looking to have. So if those of you who have a number in mind, you're like, oh, I want to save X amount of money, you hit it. Or you have hit it, so congrats. All right, let's see. What other messages do we have for the sign of Taurus, Moon, Rising, Venus, Spirit? What other messages do we have for Taurus? Interesting. All right, first card right off the jump, the Ten of Swords, the Tower, Nine of Pentacles, Judgment, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, the World, and then you have the Knight of Wands. All right, plain and simple. It's the same message that I got in the first spread over here. Some of you really are going through an ending. Some of you have just gotten out of a relationship that's caused a tower moment for you. And whether you're going through that tower moment or you've been through that tower moment, it taught you to embrace your Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of you had a glow up. A lot of you had, your money got better, you got better, your health got better, your mental got better. And again, you're learning to embrace the Nine of Pentacles. You're learning to embrace singlehood. With that ship in the back, I feel like that's like whoever you were dealing with, right? You're letting them just kind of sail away. And you're like, no, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay grounded. So a lot of you did ground yourselves. A lot of you did do some of the work. I don't know why I said some. So some of you did some of the work, not all of the work. You're not all the way there. But some of you had to make a decision to leave someone or something behind. And it was actually the best decision for you. And not only that, it was guided to. So it's either you made a judgment call and said, I'm no longer going to deal with this person. I want to move forward. And you left them behind, right, with the Five of Pentacles. And then you started looking at your options. You created a whole new cycle for yourself. And it's a passionate one at that. Whatever it is you're doing now, you have a lot more passion for. You feel like you feel more alive is what I hear. You feel more alive because whatever situation you were in before, it lacked that. right? Like you could get along with someone so well, but if that intimate like intensity, that passion isn't there, it kind of feels pointless. And I don't know if any of you have experienced that, and there's a possibility you experience that here where you're like something's missing and it's that. And it's not until you remove yourself from that situation, again, it could be a job, doesn't have to be a person, but whatever situation was feeling dull and stagnant for you, once you moved away from it, you were like, that's what I was missing. There was a passion, there was a fire element that wasn't being fulfilled. And so for what I see here, a lot of you, like I said, made that judgment call to move forward and leave someone behind. You started to look at your options, and again, it created new cycles for you. And so that's what I see. I see that you're traveling towards these new cycles. You're traveling with a more explorative kind of mind. You're kind of like, oh, what's over here? What are these people doing? What is this situation going on? So again, those of you that kind of picked up the pieces from an ending that someone else might have caused, or maybe you had to walk away, right? Either way, like they say, if a Taurus has to walk away from someone, it wasn't easy. It really wasn't. Tauruses just have that loyalty and that the amount of patience that once it runs thin, once it's gone, it's gone. Like once you lose a Taurus, you lose a Taurus, right? Because I feel a lot of Tauruses get rid of you mentally before they get rid of you physically. They get rid of you spiritually before they get rid of you physically. So there's a lot of purging of your soul before you actually walk away from a situation, so that when you do walk away, you're like, yeah, no, I feel nothing. And so that's why it's so rare that a Taurus goes back to any situation, because that's how you guys are, right? You're like, nah, I'm good. We're done here. All right, what are the messages? Are there any messages for the sign of Taurus? Yeah, okay. Same thing. You have the King of Swords. You have the Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords. The Tower. The Empress. The Knight of Pentacles. And then at the bottom you have the Two of Wands. Some of you have two options right now, and it's putting you in your head. You have a King of Swords and you have a Knight of Wands. And with the Eight of Swords, that tells me that you have some decent options. You have a king here, right? King of Swords, someone who's logical, someone who's stable, someone who can be cold, but in the best way possible. So it's like, even though Aquarius is because it's an air sign, but I don't know why I'm getting more Aquarius. You have choices, is what I'm seeing here. You have this King of Swords who has stability, who's logical, who's smart, who's cunning, who's witty. Then you have the Knight of Wands, someone who's funny, someone who's fun, someone who's creative, someone who is almost free-spirited. And it puts you in your head because you're like, I don't even want to deal with relationships right now. And I say that because it's causing a Tower moment for you. And Tower moment is you being the Empress, right? You just sitting on your throne, enjoying your Nine of Pentacles. A lot of you are enjoying being single. And so, you know how the saying goes, it's like when you're not looking for something is when it comes. And so because you're not focused on relationships, because you're not focused on options, you get them anyways. So, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, you guys, for some reason, want to talk about love energetically. With the Two of Wands, you are curious about relationships, but not to the point where it's your main focus, is what I'm hearing, right? So a lot of you just got out of a relationship. It could have been at the beginning of the year, it could have been in the middle of the year, it could have been a year. But the point is in the recent past, you have gotten out of a relationship, and all you've done is just embrace your singlehood from it, right? A lot of you are enjoying being single. A lot of you are focusing on self. And so it does become a little bit of a burden that when you're not looking for something, there it is, and you're kind of like, I don't know how to incorporate it. So a lot of you are having issues incorporating the idea of love because a lot of you are focused on your own projects, you're focused on your own glow up, you're focused on your own health. So a lot of you are having issues coming to terms with, okay, I have options, but I don't know where to place them. I don't know what to do with them. So a lot of you are going through that currently. But again, the two options that you have with this King of Swords, and it could be work, it could be jobs, right? You could find a job that kind of is best suited to to the logical aspects of you, right? Like a serious job is what I see. But then it's like with that Knight of Wands, it's not that it's not a serious job, it's just it's more fun. So like it could be something about, let's say the King of Swords job, that's more money because it requires more responsibility. But then like the Knight of Swords job is more up your alley. And so, but it doesn't pay as much. And so you're like, damn, you're like at a crossroads. Pays good, just doesn't pay as much. So yeah, let's see. Are there any final messages for the sign of Taurus, Sun, and Rising Venus? Or any other messages? Okay. Okay. 10 of Candles, 10 of Wands, the Devil, Tower, Queen of Claws, Queen of Swords, 9 of Crips, 9 of Cups, the Hangman, and the Death. And then at the bottom you have the 4 of Castles, which is the 4 of Coins. Again, a lot of you are burdened and obsessed and possibly going crazy. Not literally, but you're just kind of driving yourself crazy. There's a Tower moment here. With the 10 of Wands to the Devil, I see obsessive energy. Some of you are obsessing over a Tower moment that has happened. It could be a good Tower moment. It could be, let me clarify this Tower. Clarify the Tower, right? You had the Magician, 9 of Cups, the Fool, the 10 of Cups. Quit playing, Taurus, all right? The Tower moment happened to you. The Tower moment actually happened to be really, really good. A lot of you found peace. A lot of you found emotional fulfillment, which led to wish fulfillment. A lot of you got a new beginning. This is something you manifested or are manifesting, okay? A lot of you, the Tower moment is that things are starting to come your way and you're not used to that. Things are starting to, it's like the wheel is turning and it's starting to go your way. You're not used to having things go so smoothly. You're not used to having positive outcomes. And so that's where your Tower moment kind of hit, right? But here's the burden of it. And it's not even, you're kind of obsessing over the fact that, is this really happening to me? Is this really happening to me? You're questioning it. Don't question the blessing ever, okay? For those of you that are like wondering where the hell this came from, it came from the divine. It came from your hard work. It came from your manifestations. We just clarified that. What you are experiencing right now is something you've always wanted to experience for some of you. And so a lot of the time when good things happen to us, we tend to question it. We're like, what? And what you're doing is it's like you're making spirit feel like, did I give you the right thing? Because you're questioning it so much. Like they understand that there's an element of shock and surprise, but you're like obsessively like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Universe is going to be like, I don't know. Am I sure? So stop doing that. Any blessings that you currently have coming into your life, have the attitude of gratitude. Yes, you can kind of you not question it. Yes, you can have the element of like, oh my God, are you sure? But don't constantly ask that question. Bring the blessings in with love and reciprocation. Because when we unknowingly say things like that, like, are you sure? is this really for me? You create an energy blockage where it's almost like, it's like if I knock on your door and I'm like, I come bearing gifts and I know it's for you, but you're like, wait, are you sure you have the right house? After a while, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, do I have the right house? You know, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna look at it and be like, wait, do I have the right house? So it's like that, right? So don't cause energy blockages by doing that. With this Queen of Swords, I kind of do see you knocking it off a little bit. To this Nine of Cups, to the Hangman. Again, it's about changing your perspective. You have a brand new beginning from everything you've been through, right? So I see a lot of you, this was a long time coming for you. A lot of you have had to change your focus, have had to change your mindset. And that's what I'm saying, like, you're going to go from that energy of constantly questioning if good things are worthy to happen to you, to you going, yeah, I am worthy. So good for you. Congratulations, Taurus. Whatever this pertains to, I see a lot of forward movement in the positive direction. And again, even though this is for the mid-month of October going into the rest of October, this is obviously energy that is going to continue to move on and progress. So October, you could just start to see your blessings kind of turn and start seeing the wheel turn in your favor. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope it resonated, hope it helped, and I'll see you guys on the next one.